What we have here is Hurricane Humberto rapidly strengthening. It looks like they're going to go with 75 knots. It's 6:30 a.m. PST, September 26th, and look at that. Also outflow all areas. Northern, I mean, outflow jet bursting out. I mean, perfect CODO, eye forming, microwave showing the eye. I mean, the works. And they're going with 75 knots. Last advisory at 5 a.m. AST. It was moving northwest at 3 miles per hour, and it just became a hurricane. But it is definitely strengthening. I would be surprised. I mean, I think they will go with 75 knots. It looks like about that statistically, but this thing will be strengthening rapidly throughout the day into a very powerful hurricane. Maybe 95 by in about 6 hours. It will move west, northwest, and northwest over the next 48 hours, then northwestward, then after, then northward, then we curve around Bermuda based on the models. GFS, it also shows this. This thing, it's pretty much a westward grab around. This thing, you got a absolute town. I mean, it's looking like Cap 4 is very likely in about 36 hours, if not sooner. I think I think I think this thing becomes a major within. I agree. This thing probably becomes a major within 5 hours. This thing had awesome potential. It absolutely go absolute to town. I mean, 100, I'm going to say 120, 125 within the next 36 hours is very possible. And probably until about 96. Then what we can it's within increasing shear, cool water. Yeah, as it gets up here. I mean, well, that's what we got for this amazing system. Now we're gonna look at 94, which is the actual frat to everything. It's moving through the Bahamas right about here, as you can see, about LC forming right about here, north of Cuba. And the Hurricane Keiko is going to move west northwest through the Bahamas in the next 48 hours. Um, let's take a look at the data. It's at 20.3 north, 74 west, 25 knot winds. Um, let's look at the surface data. And yeah, there's some westerly winds. So it's possible that it's becoming closed, but it's very close to Cuba. It's actually moving a lot more west than other models have been showing. Very, very interesting. It could scrape north in Cuba. Fuck. I mean, I expected to turn northwestward later today, then head northwestward towards South Carolina, but potentially even Georgia. We'll have to see. This more western track uh, could actually promote a more southern landfall, potentially into Georgia. But models DFS has been persistently into South Carolina for it. DPS ZZ actually curved it because it gets caught up in Humberto and its trough. I mean, but most of its neighbors still show North Carolina, most likely. I don't think it's gonna get caught up. Believe me. I mean, I don't think it's likely. It, models have creeped up a little bit more in intensity. Most it showed now is 65, 60 to 65 knots by landfall in 72 hours. Um, mhm. Let's look at ECMWF neighbors, which show definitely a southwest North Carolina landfall. Almost, literally almost all of them. Heard Gabrielle going to absolute town. I mean, this thing's going to be a monster. It doesn't affect land, but we're going to be keeping a good eye on this thing. I mean, it's going to be quite the show. We got a little system down here that could form in the next 5, 7 days, but also moves west, northwest, and northwest, and central link. Um, and here's GFS, which also, which is, like I said, is slightly southward. This is 606Z, but definitely shows less development for the central link system. There's the GFS at 48 hours. 72 hours. 994 for 94L. 84 hours. Ah, come on. This thing is slow. 987. So it could be borderline hurricane. And some model, intensity models have definitely creeped up closer to that. Let's look at CMC. And yeah, possibly 2 hurricanes. 2, 985. So the globals are actually suggesting 2 hurricanes. 108, 981. 977 but it tries to do a fur off. Pretty much interesting. Doubtful, but interesting. Um, ECMWF 984, 934. I think that's pretty likely. I mean, yeah. But I do think it's going to be faster. I think it's going to be more in line with the enablers and the hurricane models I showed you. Probably landfall 96 to 102 hours. Um, but I think intensity will probably be within the range of hurricane. Icon for 114, much further south. You really can't rule out it being further south. Well, lastly, we have Narda, which isn't going to frighten anyone. I mean, except the fishies. I mean, it's at 60.7 north, 121.3 west, 80 knot winds. It has been under shear and is underperformed. It should move west northwest over the next 2 to 3 days, then northward as the ridge breaks to the north, quickly weakening as it pulls into cool water. Here it is. Yeah. And the Eastern Pacific looks completely quiet over the next 7 days, so it could strike a little bit the next day. So that's what we have for today, at least for this time. We'll be back later this evening. And we're probably going to see a major hurricane then for Humberto. Potentially a depression for 94L, which I think is coming along right about there. But the MLC is probably right on the coast. Yeah. Gabriel has moved through the Azores. Now history, heading towards Portugal. And this doesn't have much of a future. That's just how it could be.